So Lee, you came for a full day of flight training on what has turned out to be a fairly windy and wet day, but how did you find it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot to take in, but what I liked about it is that we did it in stages, and we did it in manageable stages. So if there was a point where, and there was a point where I got really confused about what was going on, we were able to stop, kind of like deconstruct it, and then go on from there, but only go on once I kind of like understood. And I thought that was what was really good, that I was able to kind of like go at it at my own pace. So yeah, there was, I mean, I didn't know what to expect as far as what the how the day would entail. I knew that I would obviously be practicing for the flight assessment, but I think to be able to go over the basics and then kind of like get those into my system and then have the stuff to go away and practice with. Yeah, it's been really good, but I've got a lot to think about now, going forward. But I'm sure if I spoke to Phil, or if I if I called him, I'm sure he'd answer any questions that I've got. So yeah, but really
Cool.
good.
All right, and with regards to putting some structure to your practice in preparation for your flight assessment, how would you consider this has prepared you?
Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to sit down and really kind of like, it needs to sink in, and because there's definitely things that I feel concerned about that I'm worried I won't be able to achieve on the flight assessment. So what that's made me want to go away and do is kind of like bullet point it and go through what I feel because there's certain manoeuvres I felt comfortable with, but certain things that I don't feel comfortable with. I think the orientation, so I need to kind of almost do like a strengths and weaknesses of the day and what I've done. So I need to kind of go away, do that, and then kind of really practice the stuff that I found difficult.
Okay, and so I guess what it sounds like you're saying is today brought out what was difficult and what was easier.
Yeah.
Do you think I was able to give you the tools to be able to go away and fix the problems that you encountered?
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, it sounds, in theory, the fixes are simple. It's gain control by don't speed up, you practice manoeuvres, and I think at first it's kind of, I just remember with the first time when I started to learn to drive, and I just had my feet on that pedal. Now it's, as you were saying earlier, now it feels easy. I'll go away now and I'll just drive off and I won't really think about it. But it's really taken me back to that point where I was doing things and really having to think about, oh, we're going uphill now, I've got to change gear. Oh, the clutch, have I brought the clutch up enough? And just little things now that I don't even think about, that have really come apparent, because when I've gone away and just practiced on my own, I haven't had to think about it. If I haven't had to do it right. Whereas today, it instills in you, you've got the right way to do it. So, which is obviously a harder thing to practice, because the right way is always that bit more difficult than the shortcuts you take on your own. So, which has been good. So I've come away with the right way to do it. And that's what I've got to do now, is kind of like practice the right way. But I've got to, I've just got to be disciplined and put in that time. So I don't think there's any shortcut. I've just got to put that time in now. But the more that I do it and the better I get, the more fun it's going to be as well. I mean, it's been fun today. I've really enjoyed it. It's not like it's the worst thing. It's not like taking the kind of, it's not like taking a maths exam when I was 16. This is like it's a fun test, but it's something you have to get right. So my kind of challenge now will be to put those things into practice, get it to a point where it feels like it's second nature, but still kind of don't get overconfident, which I think at the moment is an impossibility, because I know I've got a little while to go before I feel exactly like I can do it without thinking.
Well, thank you very much for coming today, and we look forward to seeing you on the ground school and then eventually your flight assessment.
Yes, definitely, you will do. Thank you.
Take care.
Cheers.